Hola. Reading my morning paper. The wrong thing. Reading the or this way. I'm on week 11, right? And I'm stretching right now as I'm talking to you guys. I love when the sun hits me like. Anyway, reading it, you are lost the instant you know what the result will be. I only know the place where I want to go. Now, I think that's different from knowing the end result. I know I want a big house. I want to have the library I've been seeing in my brain for years. I just seen a certain library in my head. And I'm trying to just see that. Now, the results, I'm probably lost. That's the end goal, right? What will the result be? Maybe that's the issue, is I already see what I always been wanting, and I need to see maybe something more, maybe even something less. Like, I don't know. We're gonna move on from that because I don't want to harp on what the result will be, because I don't know what this result will be. I'm assuming when I get 60 years old, I will be living in a lovely house, owned the land. I don't know where I'll be at. Who says I'll be America? I don't freaking know. You feel me? 185, week 11, recovering a sense of autonomy. You know what I'm trying to say. One quickly notes that when the mind is focused on other, the self often comes into far more accuracy. Focus. Accurate focus is what it says. Let's talk about how Jenny's going on for this run. And while she went on this run this morning, she has more energy, more capacity to do more. My head's... And I'm just thinking like, wow, that makes so much sense. Because when I went on my run yesterday before I went to work, I was able to live more, take more in, and just be more aware of my surroundings. Like, literally just these hits, bruh. I swear. That looks so weird, but it literally helps. I kind of like that, actually. It's crazy how it says it in the book, but for me personally, in my actual life, I feel like I do pretty well and I perform pretty high when I'm split between this goal and this goal and this goal, when I have 3 goals going on at once. I mean, there's this guy who said humans are terrible at multitasking. And a part of me agrees and part of me disagrees. I think if you're a server, if you're in that kind of lifestyle, you must have focus on different things so you can act efficiently. Like, it pulls me away from here, out here, and then inside gets met while outside's being met at the same time. For some reason, whenever I have too much focus on one thing, it feels like I can't really get there. But whenever my focus is split, I get here, then get here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's about. Like, I must have a split focus to focus on what's really needed, which is me, the inside. All right. Jenny would not call herself an athlete. She does not run in marathons. She does not run in cherry single groups. Although her distance have gradually increased and her thighs have gradually decreased, she does not run for fitness. Jenny runs for her soul, not her body. It is the fitness of her spirit. Take that with you will. No longer conscious of my movement, I discover a new unity with nature. I found a new source of power, beauty, a source I've never dreamt existed. Now, why does this make sense? Why does this make sense for me to read that to you guys? I have to reread it, actually. No longer conscious of my movements. I no longer force myself into these rooms. I no longer force myself in these communications. I no longer force myself. At least I try not to. I no longer force myself to be in your life. I no longer force you to be in my life. If we are meant to be in each other's lives, it will be. No force is needed. Yes, action is needed for some things, but if the rejection is met with your action, then that means you just stop and you keep what you were doing prior. Now, that's for me for multiple things, but another notion is what I've learned is that sometimes it's better just to keep to yourself, all in general. Like, basically, this is saying keep to yourself, let things be what they are, do what you do normally, but make sure you have an output of all the things that you're input in. Like, everything that's coming in has to come out. Everything that comes in has to come out. That's why you need journaling. You need to work out. You need to run. You need to breathe, okay? If you don't do these things, you're building up tension in your body. The tension in your body will stay in your body, and it slows you down. It slows you down. I have to go running soon. I have to work within an hour, but I'm saying all this to say, like, we need to really, like, lock in with ourselves. Ourselves is the only thing that's going to get us there. It's the only thing that's going to get us there is ourselves. Nothing outside of us going to get us there. But the actual thing is, everything outside of us is going to get us there, but only when we give it to ourselves from the outside will we get there. I know that's kind of crazy, right? Next page. Running sets the tone for her days, changing their timbre from strained to effortless. Literally, I was running yesterday. I'm like, this was effortlessly. Like, I'm barely even running. I'm just running on the treadmill. Now, I did take a pre-workout, but still, I just assumed that, like, I would be struggling to run for some reason, but I wasn't. I wasn't struggling to run, like, not even a little bit. It just kind of confused me, because I was like, what's going on? Like, to keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. Buddha. Now, the reason why I like this part is because I literally just watched Record of Ragnarok on Netflix, and Buddha was like the crowd favorite of everyone, and he actually switched from God's to humanity's side to fight for us in that animation, and it kind of just showed how much he has so much love and pride for us as humans, and humans, we are so selfish in a way that, like, we don't even know what we really want no more. But I know what I want, and I know what I want to get. It's just the result of all of this, I have no clue. I feel like there are goals that people want to hit, but that doesn't equal the result. It doesn't equal the result, not even one little bit. Because the result of things is the consequence of your actions. And the consequence of your actions can be good and or bad. Now, I love how it makes my skin glow like gold. Like, oh my gosh, what the heck? It's only brown, but it looks gold to me. Like, oh my god. What is the result of your actions? What's the result? The result, we don't know yet. I don't know. That's why sometimes you have to do things that you don't know to see what it's going to be. And I feel like sometimes, actually recently, I made this choice to express myself in such a way that the result I was looking for was not what I got. And actually, it was the complete opposite of what I was even anticipating, because, I don't know, it just wasn't what I was thinking. And that led me back to you don't know what the result will be, so please be open-minded in the negative fonts and in the positive fonts. And I know I shouldn't, this is probably like not the best thing to think of, but I always think in like the negative fashion, like have low expectations for people, because when you have low expectations for people, it gives you room not to be super, super sad. It's like, okay, I figured, but then when things go good, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, what a big surprise. Now, the opposite is, I always think highly and positive of something, but then when I feel like when something bad happens, it drops you down to here. Now, I don't want to be so negative. Don't want to be so positive. I want to be neutral in my thoughts, because I feel like when you're neutral, you're back to being neutral. You're back to being neutral. When you think so negative, it shoots you up to positive. When you're so positive, it shoots you down to negative. My goal is to be met in the middle. In the middle. I'll see you guys soon, but I just wanted to give you guys that. Mwah, mwah.